A thread by Midnight Ride 21. Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, CISA, tweeted 14 hours before the making of this video, just released. Emergency Directive 21-01 calls on all federal civilian agencies to review their networks for indicators of compromise and disconnect or power down SolarWinds Orion products immediately. Read more at CISA.gov. Midnight Ride 21 begins. I've been on the phone with colleagues about the hack all morning. None of us can figure out why CISA chose this particular response to the breach. A couple of things struck us as curious. The agencies targeted are not responding how you might expect. First, you would expect this sort of directive to be internally facing. While there are obvious and standard mitigation steps, you do not want to telegraph mitigation steps, especially when your point of your attack vectors are DLL files. File or files could have existed for months and sent information and updates back to infected nodes, effectively modifying the machine state and images. The directive state agencies should, quote, rebuild hosts monitored by the SolarWinds Orion monitoring software using trusted sources. That's great. And normally it would be prudent to start from a fresh image that is not affected by the errant DLL file. In some cases, there are agencies without master or backup of the original. Why is this a problem? Two reasons. One, noncompliance. Two, vulnerabilities. This is a big deal. Your Commerce Department runs the census. The census keeps various data, aside from enumeration, on various surveys, such as economic data, population, and voting. So now we have a known breach of the Commerce Department. The breach was done silently through DLL registry. The file was transmitting data for months. Now, here's the kicker. Almost every agency uses SolarWinds. Know who else uses SolarWinds? Dominion. Dominion uses SolarWinds version 2020.2.1. Was this the update pushed on election night? What happens when you have access to voter data and voting systems? Is it possible to change and manipulate system data on voting machines? All it would take is a small script to sanitize tabular voting records with actual voter rolls. SolarWinds provided the means for state or non state actors to access voter data and access voter machines. These are facts. This is not up for debate. It's curious why CISA would publicly introduce this guidance when it would normally be pushed internally. I don't ever want to hear there is no evidence for widespread voter fraud again. Commerce was breached using SolarWinds. Dominion uses SolarWinds. 1 plus 1 equals 2. Stop the steal.
I will be the greatest president that God ever created.